Hi everybody, Kerrie here at the North East Autism Society, and I'm with the lovely people from the Life Science Centre. I have Toni.
Hello.
Danny.
Hello.
And Hayley.
Hello.
And today we're going to be doing the Bubble Challenge. And this video was requested by Zoe because she wanted to understand a little bit more about bubbles and science. So yeah, over to you guys. I'm quite excited about this one.
Brilliant, and thank you, Zoe, because you've given me the excuse to play around with one of my favourite things. So I love bubbles because there's loads of science and maths inside a bubble, and they're also just really good fun. You can set challenges for your family and friends to try out as well. And the bubble challenges we've got here, you don't need outdoor space to do them. You can do them inside. They work just as well. So I'm going to talk you through what you're going to need for our bubble challenges. So the first thing you'll need is a plate or a dish or a tray. I'm using this baking tray here, but anything nice and flat will work well. You will need a straw. So I've got a straw here. It can be plastic or paper, doesn't matter. And a bubble wand. I didn't have a bubble wand in my house, so I made one out of a pipe cleaner here. You could also make one like this one, which is some garden wire with some string wrapped around it. You could try a cookie cutter, perhaps. Anything that you think could make a bubble shape. So yeah, just try stuff out with what we've got around the house. And the other thing you'll need, of course, is bubble mix. Now, you can probably tell I didn't buy it in the shop like that, but if you have got a shop bought bubble mix, that will work just fine. But if you haven't, you can probably make some with some things around the house. So you need 240 millilitres of water. And then to that, you add 4 tablespoons of fairy liquid. And I would recommend fairy liquid because you need a really good quality bubbles from this. So fairy, if you can get it. So 4 tablespoons, mix it gently together. You don't want it to go too frothy. And then add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And again, mix it in until it dissolves. Not too fast, so that it's nice and mixed in, nice and dissolved. Now, then if you can hold on the excitement, it works best if you leave it for a couple of hours, or even better if you leave it overnight. So then you'll have some lovely bubble mix ready to go. So I told Hayley and Danny about this last week, so they had a chance to gather all of these things together. So now I wondered, are you ready for the challenges?
Yes, definitely. Ready.
Great. So first challenge, I've actually got a little dish here as well. I didn't tell you that, I just made. So if you can also put some of your liquid in a dish if you need to. First challenge, I'm going to use my bubble wand, my pipe cleaner one, to blow a bubble and try and catch it. Okay, so, oh, let's try again. Oh, aha, I've got one.
Ah, well done.
Thank you. And then I'm going to take my straw and try and make a chain of bubbles, adding extra bubbles all sticking together.
Did you dip your straw in the bubble mix to pick up some on there?
I did.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, the tiny one.
Yeah, you've got 3, 4.
Oh.
Is that 5?
There's a lot of bubbles.
I think it's 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, go on. See if you can do some. Why don't you give it a try?
I'm impressed, Toni, that the bubbles don't pop actually, because you were very close to the bubbles with the straw.
Yeah, so what you can try is I dipped my straw into, I'll put this down, into my tray of bubble mix first. So I dipped it in like this so that it was covered in bubble mix on the outside. Not on this bit though, because otherwise I get a soapy taste.
No, it wouldn't taste very good. Right, how are they getting on? Ah, they're good at this. I think they've done this before.
We did have a bit of a practice on Friday, so don't worry if it takes you a bit longer. We've had a head start.
I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, Toni, but my bubbles kind of look rainbow coloured. I can see green and kind of a pinky red and yellow.
Ooh, nice. Oh, Danny's got an amazing bubble chain going on there as well. I just got to say that.
It's never worked this well before.
Well, It's amazing that it's worked on camera. And Hayley had a really nice point there. She noticed all the different colours. So we think of bubbles as being kind of transparent. We can see through them. But if you look carefully at the bubbles are essentially a layer of that bubble liquid forming a film that's holding some air in a little pocket. So you've got an air bubble there. And when the light just from the sun or in the room shines through that liquid layer, it actually gets bent and it spreads out into all the colours of the rainbow. So it's a bit like if you've ever used a prism in school to shine light through to get the colours of the rainbow. You might have seen a rainbow in the sky when it shines through the raindrops. You get the colours in the same way. It's called refraction, if you've come across that. But with a bubble, you can actually see all the colours swirling around really nicely. So do have a close look at that as well.
Wow, Hayley, that's a good one.
I think it's less of a chain and more of a blob, but oh no, popped it by breathing on it.
But I suppose that's the beauty of this. You can do any shapes that you like, can't you? You could come up with different ideas of shapes and things. And
yeah. Great. Okay. I'm going to say well done to both of you. I think you did really well at that challenge. Okay, you ready for one more challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my favourite one, and it's probably the trickiest too. So, are you watching carefully? You're going to need your straw and the tray. Now, this is where it's good to not have too much bubble liquid in your tray. So you just want a nice thin layer here. So I'm going to try and blow a nice big bubble. Oh, hang on. That's lots of small bubbles. Oh, there's a nice big one there. I'm going to pop the other ones so they're not distracting. Okay, and now I'm going to make sure I've got lots of bubble liquid coating the outside of my straw because I'm going to try and put it into the bubble.
Oh.
Whoa.
I've got a bubble inside my bubble.
That is impressive.
Do you want to give this a try?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sometimes it pops and touches the side and you get another bubble on the side. Oh.
And there's something really calming, isn't there, about popping bubbles? I find it such a calming activity when you pop the bubbles. It's quite calming and relaxing.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
I can even see my face in this one. I can see my reflection.
Oh, there's another nice bit of science there. So we talked a bit about refraction, where we split the light to get colours, but sometimes we just see the light reflected back at us. So we see, you can see the rest of the room, perhaps your face, but it's not a flat surface like a mirror. So things might look a little bit strange. So that'll be nice to look out for as well.
So every time I make a bubble inside my bubble, it'll be there for a second, and then it'll pop outside the main bubble, so then it'll go on the outside.
Oh, so that's the tricky bit, is to try and do it without letting the bubbles touch each other, because as soon as they touch, like I said earlier, they'll try and share a wall, so they'll stick together and be side by side rather than one inside the other. Oh, Hayley's nearly there.
Oh, it's stuck to the straw. I can't get it off the straw.
Oh, you looks like your bubble went back up the straw.
Oh.
I did say this was a tricky one, but you are being very patient and trying really hard to practice this, so this is good.
It can get a little bit frustrating, can't it, I think? But Danny, I can see him getting a little bit frustrated there because he can't get that bubble inside the other bubble.
Every time I get one inside Kerrie, it then goes bloop, and comes outside the bubble.
Oh.
Got to try and be really patient with this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, mine's a new straw. Mine's getting quite soggy.
Oh no. Toni, before I noticed that you were popping the bubbles you didn't want with your finger, but when you put your straw in the bubble to blow another bubble, it didn't pop. What was going on there?
Ah, that's a good observation. So when I blow a bubble, I can pop it with my finger, but I can put the straw in. So the straw can go in because I dip the straw in the bubble liquid. My finger is dry. So if you put something dry on the bubble, it will break apart that film and the whole bubble pops. The bubble liquid film will break. But if I put something that's got liquid on it as well, then the bubble just wraps round the straw. It wraps round that liquid layer here, so it won't pop.
So does that mean if you put bubble mix on your finger, you could put your finger inside the bubble instead of popping it?
Oh, that sounds like a new challenge. What do you think will happen? Can you make a prediction?
I think it'll be the same as your straw with the bubble mix on, and the finger will go inside.
Why not give it a try?
Okay, got a nice big bubble here, so I'll take my finger in the bubble.
It works.
Oh,
Oh, almost. I got to the dry bit on my finger and then it popped.
Wow.
Oh, and I've just dropped my straw in the bubble mixture.
Uh-oh, Hayley, might be time for a new straw. But look, Danny's got his finger in the bubble and it's not popping. So his prediction was correct.
and then just to be
Well
sure,
done.
I've got a dry finger. No, it popped.
There we go. Excellent. What I really love is that not only have you tried out my challenges, that you've thought of new challenges as you go. So I'm hoping that everyone who tries this at home will try our challenges and be inspired to come up with their own. And perhaps you can share them with your friends and with your family.
Yeah, definitely. I really, really like that challenge. That was good. So what we would love our young people to do is have a go at this at home, send us your pictures and your videos, and like you were saying, come up with some new challenges so that maybe we can put the challenges to you, Hayley and Danny.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
If you
I
can
would
ask
love that.
some of our young people's challenges, that would be cool. Okay, so thanks so much, guys, for that challenge. That was brilliant, and we'll see you all again next week. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.